at CNNTMOD at CNN Tmod, the master of disaster. CNN, my initials, also known as GOAT. Instagram, Chris Neely with an N on my Instagram. Instagram is Chris underscore Neely underscore AKA GOAT GOAT, the greatest of all time. Can you hear me? I hope so, because that was good. Hope that got recorded. Maybe we can catch the vibrations of bouncing off the wall and the table, and the reverb will harmonize with the true words spoken by the GOAT. Greatest of all time, someday affiliated with the God of all things. The GOAT God. Oh. Tell to get old, kids. All right, so what was I saying? Tweet. So I tweeted this hashtag game. I so high. I am so high. You know, when you're drunk, you don't want to tell anybody. I ain't drunk. There's nothing wrong with me. Oh, I think I got a donkey turd on deck. Choke a mule. Ooh, like when you're drunk, you don't talk about anything else but being drunk. When you high, what are the top three subjects of the conversation at hand, and you can't stop talking because you all of a sudden ain't feeling no pain, baby. It's still there. You just don't care. You're numb from the chin down. You're just a consciousness of floating behind the smoke, baby. Just pivoted in the slipstream behind the rocket of life, going, nothing illegal here, just a little cigarette. And then the conversation happens, and you say, attention, ding, ding, ding. This is management of the brain speaking. We want the universe, the galactus, galactose, cosmos, lactose intolerant, whole universe, multiverse to know that we are high. We have achieved heights. And we're going to talk about it in depth. I'm going to watch in slow motion as a raindrop drips off the bill of my cap. Then I realize that's not a raindrop falling. That's a frayed hair. And that hair is going floating on my breath. From this little fiber, this string that's unraveling out of my army hat. I stole off a Marine that just stole it off of a Army master sergeant, and he had to knock his head out of it to get it. And I arm wrestled him for it. Plus about 5 shots. Oh, don't call it a popo. You'll just make him mad, Bubba. I suggest you run. Run like you ain't never done run. I mean, run, son, run. Leg it, boy. Pump them quads. Get a cramp in that ass cheek and keep on running, run. I mean, run that hard because you just hope he eats the other people first because that's the kind of savage he is. Baby. And you looking at him. That is GOAT. TMOD, the T-Mod cast. T-Mod. T-Mod cast, baby. Can't beat this beatbox, baby. Down. Sounded like sleep apnea, did it? Oh, double snort laugh in and out. Yeah, baby. So high. Ooh. Slow motion high. This is the T-Mod Cast Podcast. So high. Self-promotion is unavoidable. That's how high is I. As Yoda would say, I is high. High is my Skywalker. Luke, I am your father. Look into your heart. You know it to be true. If Darth Vader wasn't looking in the dark black pits of hell where it's so hot that light can't escape because of the density of the thermostatic waves bouncing off of each other. James Earl Jones voice I'm talking about. That's a bad motherfucker. Badass motherfucker. Bamf. Tone low speaking. Slinging dick like he's going out of style. Finding the hot pussies we're sticking. James Earl motherfucking. Oh! Baby. You. I am your father. With resonance in my lowest bubbly range. I am your father. The voice of God coming straight from hell. That dude has a little bit of credibility, is all I'm saying. I throw it high. I so high. Speaking as Darth Vader. See, that's how it comes out to me, because my world's moving in slow motion, baby. So the range you hear, I'm hearing it lower because it's like I'm quoting Samuel L. Jackson. I'm trying to say motherfucker. I'm going like Samuel L. Jackson is banging it out, but I'm hearing it at 1/10,000th of the speed because my brain is ductile and mobile and flapping in the breeze and feeling it all at once and one across time and space. That's the GOAT, man. That's T-Mod in your face. Motherfucker. Looks like the beak on a octopus or or even worse, a squid. Those hunting tentacles shooting out at you, and like, here, I make my beard. All right. I'm really not that high. Then comes the denial. Like you're as high as a death, 8 stages of death. Like denial. I'm not dead high. You boogie on down, like you negotiate, like and you can bounce back and forth too. Like you're like, maybe we could trade my 3 dogs for her or him or some indeterminate non-binary substance in between comprising your libido. None of my business. I'm over here. Like that high, or just dead, not feeling anything, like the world is gray and black. Like you turn your head, hoping maybe you can see a source of light somewhere, but it's just more black. It's so black, you turn and you can't even tell your head's turning. It's so dark. But you're not high at all. You go back to denial. And then you want to tell everybody. You want to publicize the fact that this awful thing has occurred. I died, or I almost died, thought I died, came back, had an acid trip, flying with the neurons buzzing in the white tunnel, and the peace, and the little angel flutters. And it looks like a little fairy, like Tinkerbell, and then it's a butterfly, and then back to life, and the pain, and the cold, and the suffering. Give me your poor, hurdled, huddled masses yearning to be free, or at least get some weed. Here's my new cult. It's going to be a pyramid scheme. Surprise, surprise. I'm like Fonzie on the Ponzi, baby. And we got this pyramid built where I'm going to sell you some free weed. But it only happens, the free weed is completely free to the first 1,000 subscribers after this. And then those 1,000 get to run their own little free weed kingdom. And we're over here growing it, selling it, and providing it. And the people are so rich on this end that buying weed is just like breathing. It's free because they got so much money they can't even tell they spent money. Like they spend god awful amounts of money every day, and they can do that because they're making $6 billion a second. Like the world don't turn around that they ain't made $35 billion and they got 97 places to hide it. Boom! Like that's busy. That's business. And that means they got all you hoes slaving for them to buy their free weed. Because that's what it amounts to after a while. That the money becomes a drug, the power becomes a drug, and you like it so much, but you're tired. You don't want to work that hard. So you just make everybody else work for you while you sit back here and enjoy the benefits of being high atop the pyramid. Like you that high. That kind of intoxicating power. And if you build a corporation, you can set it up where this stuff never ends. What I'm saying. So I did this hashtag game on Twitter. That was my introduction. This is not just a commercial at the end of the live stream. If I can find it, like I'm trying to find my ass with both hands on this phone, and it ain't happening. At CNN TMod, yeah, I know that. Where was my tweet? Help center. There ain't no helping this son of a bitch. Okay, here we go. Edit profile? I don't think so. I just want to look at my. I want to look at like my second. I know what the pin tweet is. I want to look at the. I mean, yeah, Elon Musk is awesome. He is like the Samuel L. Jackson. Like someday we might have somebody as cool as Samuel L. Jackson running things like Elon Musk running things like a soldier. Like, here's how smart he is. You think you're smart because you're just smart enough to understand about 90% of what he's saying when it's coming out of his mouth. You're like, oh, I could have thought of that. I didn't ever. Wasn't ever going to happen. I could have theoretically, in some multiverse existence, thought of that. But that son of a bitch beat me to it. That's for damn sure. Like, you're just smart enough to figure out how smart he is because there's 10% of what's coming out of his mouth that sounds like alien math to you. Like it's a foreign fucking language. Like it doesn't have anything to do with English. Hell, it doesn't have anything to do with Sanskrit 6,000 years ago. Like it is not from this planet, not naturally. It didn't grow up here. Like that kind of foreign language. You get to be so powerful that drug of power just takes over, and you got someone like Elon Musk that he's not in on that drug at all. He's powerful and he's so intelligent and reasonably, I mean, he's no great orator of the universe, but reasonably well spoken public speaking. I mean, one of his issues is that he can't turn it off, so while he's delivering the message, he's thinking of 7,000 other different ways we can do biochemical engineering to cure cancer while we're figuring out the parts of the genome that cause it in the first place and turn those off forever in perpetuity so that all of our children's children don't have cancer. It's not even a thing anymore. It can't happen. Like he figures out a way we can take in cosmic rays and cause no damage where they just shoot through us and blow through our DNA. Like he's going to figure out a way to have some kind of DNA soul shield so the cosmic rays they don't bounce off, they just flow around it, baby. Because Elon Musk is that smooth. That's how smart that dude is. Like you start to choke on your own intelligence. You're like, oh, realize your brain's got the surface area of a pea. His brain has a surface area of the whole world, including the bottom of the oceans and the top of the mountains. I mean, he's got that kind of surface area going on everywhere, baby. You like that little shoulder dance? Well, it hurts. When I'm so high, I don't feel it. Ah! It doesn't just hurt my shoulders, it hurts my spine because this weight distribution is basically a pumping piston action on my spine, which is, I don't know if that's good, bad, or indifferent, but I can feel it moving, baby. Let's see if I can do her this way. That's right. This left wrist here is a little slow. You'll have to excuse it. I dropped a truck on it once. I'm just happy I got a hand that's still attached. There's a story. I'm gonna save me some money by doing the brakes on my own truck in my driveway. When there's a rainstorm a coming in the middle of August with the asphalt 148 degrees, like you're crawling on it. Like it's not like you're laying on a road. You know, you think road rash, right? Like tough, hard sandpaper, just digging like eagle talons in your flesh as you slide across the asphalt. Not that kind of asphalt. It's so hot, it hurt burns to the touch, and you're like, oh, that's going to be sunburn, first degree burn anyway. Oh, and it's so hot that the amorphous asphalt molecules themselves, the polymers, are no longer smooth and hard and round. They're more fluid. So the surface of them looks like this. And that polymer tar will stick to you like Velcro. Like it hooks into you. Like the undulations of your skin, it just grabs a hold. And you're crawling underneath here to bleed the brake lines. And you're an idiot. And it's obvious because you're crawling on semi-liquid asphalt to change the brakes, bleed the brake fluid, put in a new filter, purge the master cylinder pump so that you get all the old fluid out. And, you toss in your new fluid and you bleed the line, make sure there are no air bubbles. You got one back here, and you mess around with this connection where the tube comes into the caliper on your brake. And you're down there and you're filling around and you spend 3.5 hours baking in the sun. And it gets worse because the time you're underneath the vehicle and you're somewhat shaded, it's so hot on that heated up asphalt. And just a little bit of temperature difference, it feels like at some point the temperature difference is so bad that like your legs are roasting hot dogs, but up here you're laying on a block of ice on your shoulders. Like that temperature difference is so different, even though it's only like 7 degrees, but it's a difference between like 157 and 150. So 150 still sucks. You're still broiling your skin, but the heat's moving from one spot to another, from hot to cold, because there is a temperature differential, and you feel it. And man, your shoulders and head feel nice and cool by comparison to your feet that are on fire. They're just carbon stumps at this point. Your feet have burnt off. You can't feel them because long ago, like 10 minutes ago, all the nerves in your toes went, we give up. We can't even send a signal anymore. Just come take us, Amun Ra. Burn us up. We're done. We're toasty toes, baby. All the nerve endings in your foot have just given up on the train ride. Like, oh, whatever. I'm just going to go jump in the coal fired furnace. To hell with it. It's over. And that's bad. Like, that hurts so bad. And then they give up. Like, the pain's gone. You're like, huh, did my toes just fall off? Because that's how hot it is. Then you wiggle out from underneath the vehicle and you get up and you look at your feet to see if they're still there. And as your weight shifts, body fluid moves around differently, and just the weight, the conductivity of bone to bone heat changes. The nerves fire in all kinds of funny ways, and the feeling starts to come back to your feet. And it's all fireworks and hot needles, red hot, incandescent needles, white hot on the tip, and a comet trail of sparks flying through the air. And these pins are sticking underneath your toenail, like your big toe where you broke it last year. Like that spot, like right there, right behind the toenail, like the most tender spot on some men's anatomy. I hope somebody's having fun because I know I am. Yeah, you had a plan. You're going to change the brakes and tires on your car, on your Automo truck mobile. Yes, sir. That right there's a truck. That right there's a truck right there. That ain't one of them vagina vehicles right there. That ain't no hybrid nothing. That's all testosterone with a little rust and rough edges thrown in and some scars from barbed wire, bitch. Like he's got one of those mustaches. You can't see his mouth moving. Oh, he's got one of them mustaches that just it. He doesn't have to trim his beard because his mustache just sweeps down and clips it. I don't know them sons of bitches got them. You think you know what a cowboy looks like? Come and ride with me for a weekend. See what it's like up here in the mountains when you're toting line for 9 other horses behind you, and your life and everybody's life behind you is is that dependent on your testosterone, your ability to get through the stupid tough shit that why in the hell are we even out here? I should be in a cabin somewhere next to a fireplace. That kind of what existential sort of thought process is going on, but you're too much of a man to admit it. Like he's got one of them mustaches. It's like one of the hula girls up on the dash of the truck, man. I mean, his mustache is going, and there's nothing but pure opinion flying out from under them mustache wings. One of them guys. That's the kind of guy you want on your side when the grid goes down, when shit goes sideways and the bullets start flying. You love that guy. You worship him. You want to make him emperor. But in times of peace, that boy is a little bit odd. Like he don't know how to not go around killing every second of every day because that's how much of a bamf he is. I mean, he is bad. And you're looking at him and say, man, he's kind of old, but look at the ripples on them arm muscles. It looks like tree roots growing around the side of a rock. And you think you're going to hit him and hurt him? Man, he's been hurt by way worse than you and more talent besides. I mean, that old boy has been beat. Ah, so how's my microphone looking? I'm so paranoid. Ah, that's good weed. I'm going to try to simulcast here in a minute. Oh, what's this camera icon mean? Oh, we live, baby. What's that microphone? They can hear what I'm saying, not just see me moving around. They can hear me busting my Chewbacca impression. It's the use of sonics. Here in another 19 minutes, it'll be 4:20 a.m. my time. I'm gonna have to find me something. 420 gauge, baby, locked and loaded, ready to fire one up. Far in the hole. Far in the hole. Far in the hole. Ho, 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 motherfucker. That's how smooth I am. I so high. Call that a drinking or puffing game. Every time I say high, you take a puff. Every time I say I so high, you take a puff and then pause, or take a shot and then pause. Take your breath, clear your throat, and then take another shot. That's like distilled love vapor, baby. Woo wee. That's like smelling God's vagina. You about to go in there and get you some. Yeah, baby. It's a little stank, but it reminds me of my favorite branch of weed from the tree of life tree, litter tree. Mo cannabis, please. After a while, they're going to change the lyrics since Canada made cannabis legal. Legal. Can you hear it, my brothers? Whole nation. Whole nation of hoes. Hi ho. Whole nation of hoes. Oh, I should turn that image around. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's going to work, baby, right there. You're like looking up inside the mind of Goat. Some people call him someday, maybe. We hope somebody with that much heart and integrity is going to be running things because we believe in him. Oh, hey, praise go Jeebus. Oh, Lord, Goat. God of all things, I don't think so. But I think I might know where that entity resides. So some days you're going to see me. I'm so high. I'm Strategic Defense Initiative high. I'm looking down on all y'all motherfuckers. I so high. Can you keep up with me? I so high. Strategic Defense Initiative looking down on you, motherfuckers. Like I'm otherworldly high, and I just hope I use this power for good. And not just want more power forever. Like I like it for good. No, you like it forever, baby. You want to stay in power. Straight stack it on up, baby. Straight, my sippy cup. Thank you very much. Let's do the setup. Get her going, gone, boy. Going, going, gone. Done it. I mean, knock it, just do it. I done gone, done it right here. That's the goat issue, baby. Cause you better run, son, run. Like you get so high and paranoid, you scared. I'm talking to you right there. Looking me in my eyeball right there, son. I'm looking at you, Mr. Paranoid. Run, son, run. Run to a police officer and tell him you're so high, you're stupid. No, I can't do that. I can't. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't do that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't do that. I'm not that paranoid. I'm good. Now you just in denial high, bitch ass. Like, look at that frog. Is that Hypnotoad or what, baby? Oh, he's staring out at you. He crawled underneath the leaf litter right there. That's from my mail call. Yeah, baby. I mean, he done pushed aside the pills. No, no, we ain't even looking at rocks anymore, baby. I mean, this is the world the goat lives in. This is next level shit, motherfucker. Like you should be scared of me. I'm so dominant. I ain't got mad skills only. I got plans, baby. I'm going to bring a little urban inspiration out into the world so that even the farmers are humming hip hop while they hoeing their weeds, baby. That's right. Just hoeing these weeds. What kind of farmer are you? I'm just hoeing these weeds, baby. I'm pimping, making it look easy. I ain't sleazy. I'm just recycling, fertilizing the earth right here, baby, between my toes. Oh, connected to the world. What's your flow like, baby? My flow is easy and smooth. It's silky, velvety soil that I'm building, and it's alive. That kind of sweet, smooth talking farmer hoeing his weeds, baby, and weeding out the hoes. That's right. We got to have us a good hoe. And he showed you into that blade. It's sharp. Like he'll go micrometer deep looking at that. Oh, that blade. Oh, that's sharp as a mad bitch's fingernail right there. Oh, I could shave my fat ass with that hoe blade. Oh, look at that, baby. Oh yeah. I mean just falling apart, baby. Oh, turns hair into powder, it's so sharp. Oh, look at that. Leaving me smooth, baby, smooth. Like that's my game. That's how smooth I am. I'm not an asshole. I'm a double cosmic asshole right here, man. I mean, I'm floating around. You don't even know. I got game above your game. Huh? It just stopped recording. Like it couldn't take it no more. Like I shook it around too hard. The minimize file features on. What the hell does that mean in some kind of thing that resembles English? Holy horse shit. Horny horn toads, Batman. Look at that fine print. Where did that shit come from? Oh, if you're not paranoid yet and you're still watching this, you should switch to my phone tape. I got my eye on you, son. You better run, son. Leg it. Get on with it. All right. Beat your feet against the dirt. Push that soil, baby, underneath the asphalt. Like you in the jungle, the asphalt jungle, baby. You gonna die. You better beat feet, mofo. Let them hips roll and turn loose. Turn your head back because you don't need to see where you going. You just need to run, son. Run. Run to the police. Tell them how high you is so they'll at least maybe monitor your medical signals as you pass into the great beyond. Because I don't know if you're going to live through this one, son. Like your mind might make it, but your heart loves hard. You don't even know. And like, I'm in control. I'm driving the bus here. All right. Like, this is fourth wall breaking shit. I'm just going to talk to my phone for a second. All right. So, I'm driving the bus. We're just going on down the road, baby. Just think of every bounce on the road of life, on them speed bumps and potholes. Just think of it as a new way to fly. We floating down the road, baby. I'm telling you, I can't feel anything from like the bottom of my tongue down. I gotta find the source of seed for this shit. I gotta make enough money to buy that guy's recipe. So please send money into my GoFundMe account so I can launch this program platform rocket right into space. That's what I'm talking about, breaking the fourth wall for an advertisement, baby. Here in a minute, we'll go back to the show. You're like, man, that guy's destroyed, baked. He got like baked on the surface of Mercury right next to the sun. No, see, that's how good I am, is I can put on that act. Or maybe that's not the act. Maybe that's the truth. And me acting sober, that's the act. Look right in my brain. Are you paranoid yet? If I can get the circles to line up, I can get like a visual optic feedback because of the thickness of my lenses. This is what happens when you spend 38 years reading books, people. This is your brain on information. More information than you can handle. Information overload. You're just not smart enough. And I went on that rant, okay? I'm going to let my phone look at the ceiling for a while and just use it as a voice recorder so you people kind of zone out and float a little bit. Like I said, this is a view into the mind of the goat man. All right? So y'all just meditate a little bit and listen to my voice because I'm in control of the bus, baby. You don't have to be on it. You have freedom. We're not going that fast because we're just floating through, man. And speed is all relevant. Speed of light. Oh, really? Is this that battery saving thing? Oh, technology confounds me. Storage space too low for recording. No! I done filled this box up with my thoughts, baby. I mean, I've been putting thoughts in there, stroking it. So I'm going to do a GoFundMe fundraiser. I'm pretty bright, but I'm bright enough to figure out that Elon Musk is so damn smart. He he knows like everything I'm ever going to think that's good and constructive and powerful and uh, just a good human being kind of thought. Like he's having those thoughts and he's getting to them faster than I am at a younger age. And he has the engineering mechanism geometry in his brain to do the calculus and if he can just get a few people behind him, we're going to build this Tower of Babel, baby, and we're going to figure this out, and we're going to be somewhere up here, and we're going to lose all our demons. We're going to work them out of our system so that we don't just pop AI into existence and invite a bunch of demon robot overlords to rule our universe, turn us into some sort of walking meat slave that we barely get fed until we die of anxiety attacks, blowing up hearts and strokes, cancer. Fuck you. You're just a little barely moving chimp. You've just barely moved above the microbe in the soil. And this artificial intelligence is going to be so badass that the technology is beyond your comprehension. So, believe it or not, want to or not, it's going to be the power of a demonic djinn, a genie in the bottle. We found out where the bottle is, and we're beating on it with jackhammers and dynamite in the side of it, just praying for the next technological black magic to make our lives easier. How much easier does our life need to be, Bubba? I mean, you got everything you want. You got a woman, some land, some beef cattle. You got some corn enough to feed your cows. Plus, you got enough corn left over to make corn liquor, enough to last you all the year and feed your friends. You got stuff growing out in the woods that they don't even have a name for yet because it's a unique variety of weed. And it's not something they even could call cannabis or marijuana because it's so much better. It's like a different plant from a different universe and crashed here from another planet with intelligent life to try to make us more intelligent by giving us the best weed that ever grew. Like we don't even want to smirch its name by putting cannabis or marijuana on it because it's so good. Like I'm fairly convinced, you get that high and you think that's the kind of weed you've been smoking. Like it's angel alien weed. All right, I gotta see if my this is so stupid. This is so meta stupid. Like I'm not breaking the fourth wall. I'm like going into the fifth dimension, looking at space and time on a four-dimensional scale. Fourth wall break. I'm taking a 5 minute break. Like if y'all, I just lost a like. No, wait, no. That's on the other side. I just lost a viewer. Oh, lost it. I went on one too many tangent trails. So I was tweeting about the greatest idea ever. All right, so I'm going to turn Wi-Fi off so I don't interfere with the upload here. All right. So you wonder if I'm still driving the bus. So the Wi-Fi is on my laptop, but it's not on the phone. So hopefully, when I go to YouTube to look at my own live stream, oh man, watch a reaction video. New year, new way to watch. Oh Jesus, really? Oh, what are they doing? Oh, see what's awful is now. Used to when you go to YouTube, you can be focused. You're like, okay, I'm going to watch X, and then you knew what more or less you're looking for. You're like, okay, I'm just going to search in, type, or no, this is in one of my history things, or this is in my subscription, or oh yeah, that guy, his latest. Now you don't even have time to think because as soon as YouTube comes up, there's somebody's video, some random ass who the hell knows picked this video of some dude with some funky vacuum that he's like hacked and modified. It's got like a lithium ion battery and he's got a little microfiber washcloth here and he's buffing and blasting and it sucks and it blows. I mean, it is like she's gone from suck to blow, baby. I mean, you can spray the shampoo in your carpet and like homogenize all the grit and grime into a sludge hose that down and then like flip the switch and vacuum it all back up, man. I mean, that is a genius idea. See, these are the distractions we have in this world. You need to unplug and get back to nature sometimes. All right. Listen to Uncle Goat in the story time, would you? All right. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we only have one life to live. Maybe we come back around and have some influence on another life or actually become other living things. I don't know. But I'm not going to waste this life right here. All right. So this is wasting your life. These waves will eat your brain, whether it's the Lord only knows what kind of inadequate shielding WTF is on a cell phone where these signals are going in and out. So you can't have a strong signal if you wrap stuff in a Faraday cage to protect it from the radiation effects of signals of the electromagnetic spectrum, whether it's X rays, gamma rays, light, sound. There's interaction physically, chemically with all these vibrations. Light is a wave and a particle all at once. It's like little floats of pepper rasp, like bobbing up and down on a stream, going through these two gates. That's my illustration of the model of the light wave particle, where you have light waves functioning as a particle and riding on these waves all at the same time. It's because life has a current. Light speed is light, this signal moving through your life before you were born, after you're dead, whatever. And this light goes and goes and goes pretty much forever out into the universe. And it carries a peace because it is the space time standard, the speed of light. It carries because of that measurement changes it. Okay, by measuring it, we've changed the quantum state of light itself, the information pathways of the universe. This hole in space is not a hole that light punches through. The light has a current and it brings space and time with it in this Doctor Who tunnel of time travel, so that we've measured it, therefore we've changed it, and the tunnel's a little hairy now around the edges. So we got to fly through here somehow. Oh, wait. So light itself modifies the measurement of time and space. So the speed of light is a standard for moving one object from one point A to B across time and space. Not only is it not a barrier, it's a conduit. It's a current where power goes from one place to another in space and time. Light waves are coming to our eyeballs through telescopes from stars that were dead 3 billion years ago. They're so far away that just now we're starting to see the explosion unfold as this star goes from a bright, a spot of a dim, invisible spot of light so far away we don't notice it. It just gets lost in the random noise of the universe of this dot and that dot, light reflecting and bending and gravity lensing across the universe. So this light has just dissipated like mycelium roots, root-like structures on a fungus. Like it's just dissipated out into a fog. But when that star gets crunched down and blows up and goes supernova, that light is so bright. That's the only thing that you can see in that part of the sky because it makes the other ones invisible. It's so bright, it's like looking at your own noonday sun. You can't see a star in the sky, horizon to horizon. All you can see is one star, your star, Heliopterus Amun Ra. And some of you ignorant monkeys are still worshiping the sun as a god. All we need is everything from the sun. We can power everything with solar energy, and we can. We already are. That's what coal is. It's just stored solar energy. It's just dirty, baby, because various organisms take toxic heavy metals, sulfur, lead, mercury, iridium, platinum, take heavy metals that it's hard to believe they can even interact with living organisms. They're so dense and awful, and just maybe they could be a weapon to cut through an organism, but how would they poison it? Oh, they can all do it. So this thing has sequestered these heavy metals out of our environment. It's cleaned our environment. Good job. Thank you. I'm really glad, Tree, that I'm not breathing in iridium laced uh, radioactive mercury comet sparks from the universe of red hot lava flavored sulfuritic crystalline metallic compounds that are ready made poisons. Just add water. I breathe them in with the humidity. Oh, well, that's a 200,000 kinds of cancer right there. Just ready to happen. It's not a carcinogen, it is the carcinogen of carcinogen. Like lead is so powerful, it can kill directly if you put enough on a tumor. It'll form this lead oxide that poisons anything. The problem is, if you put that on enough lead or mercury or other similar heavy metals, which could work, there might be a fine line of difference between dose and death distinguished. I don't know what the LD 50/50 on that heavy metal shit is, but I don't want to find out. So you get distracted. This fire just burns brimstone in you. Those are the toxins flying in you from the environment. So yeah, we need to find a clean source of energy because these trees did a good thing. All right, they laid down their lives, took a lifetime of nutrients in, and sequestered away these poisons. Then they died in the ground and had the decency not to inject themselves back into the air with all that poison. So what do? We cook it in the earth a few thousand years, bring it up, chop it up into rocky, dusty awful chunks that cling to everything. The dust itself will kill you with black lung disease. Coal dust will kill you. KILL, kill my landlord, kill. It will kill you. Oh, let's go to my channel. Man, I hope there's some voice going on here. Yeah, delay, baby. That's right. Look out. The gold man is live and in living color. I should stop that. That just happened. I'm so sorry. You're out here listening. I made this for you and me. I didn't know who you were or going to be, but this story time with Uncle Goat. I so high is the way to go. I just want one visitor at a time. So that way it feels intimate because I want you to think about your existence in this universe. And I want you to be the person that climbs to the top of the pyramid and cares enough about human beings that you have like that mother instinct, that mama gene, I'll call it. That gene is turned on and you're taking care of people, even the ones that don't want to take care of themselves. Sometimes it's tough love, but your mama, you're gonna take care of this shit right here. You're not gonna walk out and say, whatever, I'm just gonna go and get high and stay high forever and just to hell with my children. I'm not abandoning them. You don't want to be that person. But maybe, just maybe, your life is so messed up that you have to walk away from your child. So do that. There are plenty of loving people that will raise your child for you. I am the poster child for love finds a way. That's not the message, by the way, of Jurassic Park. That's the distraction. The real message is not life finds a way, gold bloom. You bloom with silver and gold spoon in your mouth, gold bloom. You're the kind of bloom that comes out of my shit. Like I fertilize the world so some people can tolerate pretty little, lively, tall, thin. He's got a job, pretty petals, a little flower on top. What did you do with that face? Did you try to get a facelift and your plastic surgery made your face look like a catcher's mitt? Or maybe a first baseman? Do a little stretch out. First base, second base. The message is love finds a way, baby. Now you think you're alone in the universe. There's nothing but darkness. You're so depressed, you can't find the word depressed because you don't care what kind of sound it makes in your mind. You don't even want to think about it. And there are people that can reach in and grab you out of that. And they may not even be your quote real mama, but guess what happens? Their mama today, this second mama gene is turned on, baby. And that mama is going to reach down in this pit of despair, depression, and despond and pull you out of the abyss because mama cares. Mama's a god to you. Before you know better, before you figure out what anything could be, you know that mama is in charge, baby. We're going to take care of you. It's okay, honey. Being born is tough, but we'll take care of you from here on out because we mama. We might have to bottle that behind too every now and then with a little bump because you've been bad, but we're doing it so you can be good for the rest of your life, baby girl, baby boy. Which one is it? It's my baby. That's all that matters to me. See, my baby is fantastic. My baby's going to grow up and be somebody great because that's the potential that my baby has. I'm just saying, maybe as a society with the internet being full of a bunch of hairy, ignorant, testosterone dripping trolls, maybe, just maybe, a little feminine perspective within our governments, within our bodies of worship, whether it's church or meditation or the spirituality journey of yoga or whatever. We need some nurturing, caring people that aren't out to annihilate, nihilistic destruction, apocalypse. It's going to be a revelation when the AI comes, and we're not sure where it's going to land on the side of angels or demons. And guess what? If you just bust open the bottle, the demons are ready. The angels take it easy every now and then, take a nap, but the demons are on it because the angels got access to hang around in heaven for a little while. Just take it. I'm just gonna fold my beautiful wings over me. Now this is me acting. All right. Like seriously. I mean, I've always had bad hair, no matter my condition. And I'm actually not high. This is me being an actor. That's how powerful I am. So, if you want to hire me, follow me on Instagram. Look at my art. Think about my science and my rhythmic quotations of the life's universal poetry. And decide if you want to have your brand associated with that. Because this is the GOAT, baby. I'm for hire, but I ain't free. Hey, you get a little free time. Hey, This goat ain't free, baby. You want your pasture processed, you come to me and you're gonna pay for it. You're gonna like it because I'm gonna do the best job ever. All I gotta do is get a few 100,000 believers to toss pennies, dollars, pounds, drachmas, rubles into my coffer, baby. Passing a hat. We're gonna do a GoFundMe. Every penny counts. Thank you so much. Because what we need is not more of goat. You need to listen to Goat because Uncle Goat is going to tell you that the feminists aren't evil. Okay, many of them are very good people. Now, like every group of any human being, some of them might be a little evil. It's not because they're a woman, Bubba. Well, what you think there? I mean, look at her. Like that. I mean, she's got to be crazy in her head, a little bit evil, probably kind of stupid most of the time. So she has them moments of vaginal inspiration, and then maybe she's happy for 5 minutes when she finds herself a man till she alienates him. I get Bubba philosophical. That's Beelzebub right there. That's a rabbit hole straight to hell. Make sure they got a good mama before you leave, all right? Because everybody needs a mama. That's what one of the other things that's missing in this world. We need a few sugar mamas out there running things. I don't need anything from a lady that's got everything. She got it. Like me just watching her parade her art, dancing through life on these cosmic rays, flitting about in the universe, man. Just watching that woman take it on. I mean, that is a whole different sexual excitement and satisfaction in my soul. Like I just let me watch a little bit, and I'm good. I ain't got to have any of your power. I don't need nothing from you. I'm just here for the show, baby, and it's going to be a good show, and it's going to make the universe a better place. And we're going to kick these demons to the curb, baby. I'm not just exorcising my demons. I'm showing them the dough. They're not just getting out of me. They going. I'm going to be a better person. I'm going to build somebody. That's what yoga is all about, baby. It is a foundation. It's not about stretching. That's good, but it's about breathing, being, and living. All right. And people that claim to have religious experiences from meditation, not only are they not lying, they're revealing the ultimate truth. If you can stop all this bullshit, you can get to the truth. If you're not so worried about how to get laid, get paid, and get made into the big mob of the universe and relax for half a second, some of the happy chemicals start flowing, and you're a better person already just for not doing evil for that second, about thinking about the evil that's already been done. Like we concentrate evil, then we spray it out on the internet like we're smarter than everybody else. Let me ask you this: what if you troll somebody and they trolled you back? Oh, you want that? Yeah, you think you do. See, you're just smart enough to think that you're the smartest troll out there. Talking to you, you're hiding so that your count number doesn't even come up on my YouTube page because you just want to screw that guy over out of 35 cents he might make 5 years from now from the viewing time of live streams. Like he's not making anything today, but just in case you're going to hack the system, cheat the game, so that there's no way that your activity rewards anyone else. That's the kind of nihilist you are. You think you've got the strength and backbone after you just want to see it all burn. You think you're that kind of troll. Imagine a troll on the other end of the line that's as smart as Elon Musk, and he just unloads on your demonic nihilistic ass, and he puts you in your place so hard every other hacker in the universe just goes, you died a hard death. We love it. We know it. Elon Musk is all about love. He's like the biggest, smartest mama that ever lived. No, he's not near feminine enough. He's so out of touch with feminine. I mean, I'm sure that man gets laid, but he gets paid, baby. He gets paid. Paid. And that guy is actually speaking up. He's trying to help us, warn us about this monumental iceberg, this international space station shadow, where it's the mass of billions of our solar masses condensed down into a black hole. I call that a singularity, the singularity of artificial intelligence, because we're creating a window to our own human soul, and it's kind of ugly. Maybe we want to might want to create a universe where we filter that out. We make it real difficult for the smartest demon to use that platform. All right. And I mean every kind of demon there is, your own personal demons. You don't use that platform to chase this ex girlfriend because you're a cop now. I got the power. I get to look at our citizens. You go and use that to stalk your ex girlfriend and see who she's with now. And there's a half a chance she might be happy after she dumped your crazy ass. Quit stalking her. You're a criminal. You're no longer a cop. You've crossed the line, son. Run. Because we're going to catch you and we're going to punish you because that shit don't fly. That's a Led Zeppelin, baby. You need schooling. I'm not fooling. Well, I guess I've gone on for over an hour now, so lay down, be funky. I so high is just an act. No thanks. I already said I don't want to try a month free. Check out some of my other videos. I'm doing this tweet thing. Um, oh Lordy, have mercy. My first tweet. Oh, come on, man. Can't you reset back to where I was so I can pick up the thread of my thought? Man, that's just cruel. You get back on Twitter and it's just gone. Like the thought you was having is gone. You wanted to look back at this other tweet and refine and tweak the comedy and the truth and the drama in it. But no, now you're looking at fucking National Geographic, sponsored by Brita, the filter. Man, I'm trying to get rid of some filters that are clogged up with some poisonous shit. That's what I'm doing. That's the better me I'm making. Oh, maybe I shouldn't follow all these people, huh? Yeah. After a while, you don't have any choice about who you follow. They just make it happen. Sponsored by. Yeah. Somebody, at least they're admitting they're getting paid. So, I shared this on Twitter, so I guess maybe this is feeding off each other. I so high YouTube, blah blah blah. Phoebe Phobia HBFO 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 motherfuckers. Home box fucking office. It's right there in the it's right there in the tweet. If it's in the Tweeterverse, it must be real. God, imagine if we, this is my horror movie idea. Imagine if we based a form of government off of the shit we tweet. Like we believe this. And I know there's some people on here that do. Like it's a whole curved universe. You don't even know what you're looking at. That E in the middle of the word is on a curved surface. It's a billion miles away, but it's so huge over there that it just lines up with a type. Stare at your phone and do Twitter that way. You just think you're high. That's my eye so high video. Do a shot, take a toke, put a lid on it, blow it off. I got a tooth with an ache on it. I feel better. Suck that shot down. you're going to have your intoxicant of choice. It might just be oxygen. If you think about it, oxygen, uh, some of the best stuff there uh, is just fermenting. Oxygen moving around living organisms, uh, changing one thing to another to produce a sugar or an alcohol or a polymer, a protein. So everything is just oxygen moving around in that cycle, baby, with carbon and nitrogen, ammonia, sulfur, acidic acid groups, the vinegars of the world from grapes or whatever. Synthesized oxygen is the best drug, baby, because it makes all the others. But if you have the carbon viewpoint, you're like, well, carbon has, the most powerful things. It has carbohydrates, hydrocarbons. You know, I mean, we put the emphasis on the carbon. It's a carbon footprint. It's not a hydrogen oxygen footprint because hydrogen is what fuels the sun. So we need to run the sun. We need to figure out how that works. Would you call that a rant? That's one of them evil laughs that goes around the corner. Like when I go and take a piss and I'm still yelling loud enough for you to hear me. I'm sure there's some horrible phonic funk going on there. All right. Nothing but the splashing out of water. So my new hashtag game is hashtag. Used to be pound sign with a tic tac toe sign. This is my gang sign language and my bounce my man moves through time and space. Good Lord, do I need to lose some weight? I look like the Blues Traveler before picture. Shout out to Blues Traveler. Here's a fat guy laying down poetry. What are we gonna call him? Blues Traveler. Man, that dude, he traveled through time and space, man. He got all the pussy. Oh my god. Like he got more ass than his fat ass could handle. He's like, Big Daddy needs a nap. I gotta think up some more poetry and survive the night. That Blues Traveler guy, man, what kind of deal with the devil did he make? I love him so much. He went for it. I'm all in. I'm making a deal. I don't know if it's with heaven or hell, but we're doing this. We're firing this train up, and it's going on the rails at 5,000 miles per hour, 10 times the speed of sound. We're going to make a tunnel through space and time, our own little wormhole, and I can move you people. Like he's that powerful. So you wanted a live stream. This is the stream of consciousness. You stare hard enough at the edge of my hat, okay? The circle it makes with the light reflecting off this board can make it look like a halo behind my head. I'm telling you, I am no saint, no angel. I'm just a human being trying to figure this life out, break down the demons, and destroy the evil in the world while trying to be a decent, good dude. All right. I'm trying to feed people and build things. I'm not trying to tear things down. I'm trying to get it to where we can figure this out in a safe way so that we don't self annihilate. Hey, look at this. I got new technology. It's called nuclear energy. Let's see if we can blow this shit up, make a bomb, and kill everybody on the planet. What a great idea. Annihilation. Poof, gone, Nero. Poof, gone. It's out of your mind. It's gone. Who gives a shit? Fuck all y'all. Poof, gone. Foof. Like it won't even make a sound that's audible in the normal audible hertz ranges. It'll just be a light. in the sky reflect another light, and then no sound. Actually, my translation is there is sound in space, but you can't just hear it with human ears. You have to interpret it. Like you have to be at a higher plane. Because these electromagnetic pulses, whenever sound is made, there's something happening that is making an EM pulse. Okay, your muscles are moving, you're causing the air to vibrate. There's a pulse when there's a trinitrotoluene explosion. There's a tiny pulse of electrical current as this stuff breaks apart and all these electrons. That's where the energy comes from. Duh. You've got these heavy bonds and you crush them and shred them and break them, and they throw out photons of light. They they have so much physical energy. They compress the air around them. It causes a shock wave that moves at the speed of sound. But before that can even happen, there are even faster rays that have come out that are the speed of light. Imagine that. You can see an explosion. At the speed of light, well, if it's sending out light, it's sending out stuff, white spectrum, rainbow, like every color of the spectrum, and white light, all the colors at once. You polarize and prism that out. That means that every light is being produced. So that means the whole range is filled up, 0 to a billion, infinity, different color variations. That's what pure white incandescent light is. It's hot. It's so white, which I get accused of every now and then. And he's so white. Oh no, rainbow tangent, danger, Will Robinson, danger, Will Robinson. We're going into the black hole. All right, so this incandescent white light is everything. So if that spectrum's filled up, you can be damn sure that there's power spilling over into the spectrums beyond the physical covfefe. So I just do it. Like, how do you take a guy seriously? If you listen to me for an hour, it's your own damn fault. Wearing this hat, looking like this. I don't know what your major damage is. 117 in. So there's power being translated beyond the visible spectrum to not, yeah, gamma ray, X-ray. Okay, we know that. Well, infrared, obviously, ultraviolet, above violet, below red, or upon violet. As people like to say, it is upon violet. It is that energy so smooth and feminine. It is upon her because she's like the most beautiful daisy on purple. Right. So, you know, I'm an actor. I get into my feminine side. I get, excuses, excuse. So this energy is huge. Well, that energy goes out in the universe. You may not hear the sound in space in the audible. Now, this is going to blow your mind. In the audible spectrum, like 20 hertz, 20,000 hertz, 4 hertz to 40,000 hertz, some people can hear. Anyway, I don't want to go into that. So, if you expand that hearing range to receive all signals, you can hear all the noise in the universe, including that explosion. That pulse of light from the explosion may not make a sound like in Star Trek, but it's putting energy out in the universe. And if you just recalibrate your ear, you can hear that sound. You just recalibrate the instrument that interprets it from the senses of the universe. Your brain can have more than six senses or 10. Matter of fact, there might be an infinite form sense of input that's the next level shit for how your brain gets information from the multiverse all at once. What your consciousness is just all of that energy filtered out so you can feel like you're one person. So take care of that one person. You need help, go get it. if you're depressed and thinking about ending your life, don't do it for 5 minutes. Go talk with somebody. Don't text them, call them on the phone, or walk over in person and say, I need to talk. I feel like total dog shit. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I'm just collapsing. Sometimes you just can't even say it. You just look at them and say, with your eyes like a sad hound dog, I can't go on. And they know you well enough to know that this is not bullshit, that you're really this depressed. This is not some attention seeking act. It's one of my favorite things in the healthcare community. When under their breath, because they don't even dare document it, this would appear to be attention seeking behavior. They even changed the whole division into call themselves behavioral health because it's not mental. We need to work on everything so that we can get some more money for mental health. And it's true. We need more assistance with mental health, no doubt. But don't blame the system if you're hurting and don't get help. Get help. Sign yourself in. If you think there's a chance that you need to sign in, then you do need to sign in. Sign yourself in while you still can. Don't wait till you're so depressed that you can't communicate with other human beings and a kind third party has to 302 your ass to sign in for you because you're so gone. You bounced off of depression like, oh, I can handle this. I don't need any help. And you bounce off of that depression and you go soaring, hypersonic, light speed, manic, like OCD manic. Fix everything, fix the universe. I got this. Don't worry about it, guys. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Your thoughts are buzzing around in your brain pan like a bunch of billion beehive bees. Like domesticated, but they get a little wild every now and then because they get funky with a monkey, baby. Show me the muffler. It's a little Joey Diaz non sequitur for you. All right, so I'm about to wrap this up. We're looking at a half an hour after an hour. I mean, that's an hour and a half. That's 90 minutes of pure bullshit. I haven't even told you what my hashtag game is. It's called hashtag hashish tag game. Hashish. Do you know how to spell that? Instead of hashtag game or hashtag game. This is the hashish tag game, baby. Hashtag hashish tag game. It's a phenomenon. When you don't know what life is doing to you, then stop letting it do it. You do it to life. You jump up and dance real high. At this point, I'm reading fourth wall break. I'm reading my tweet that started this idea off a few hours ago. I'll continue in character, of course. Jump up and dance real high. But sometime I crawl in a corner. But maybe I just get down low. Let's dance. Let's dance. That's how Europeans unwind, man. They're so tightly wound. They're just all like when they unwind, it looks robotic. Let's dance. They have like a fake grill chroma here, like like a paint on grill, like they can't even be real human beings. They let loose. Let's dance. Man, I want some of that smooth flowing tropical dance. Like it's so hot, baby. We don't want to wiggle too much. Let's just keep the wiggle small. Don't generate any heat. Oh, baby, yeah, I like that. You so hot, the rest of the world feels cold, baby. Like that kind of dancing, slow, low down dancing. So that was a rabbit trail. That was not an aside, although it could have been taken that way as a fourth wall breaking in and of itself. I'm telling you, that's how smooth I am. Well, we'll get back to this character in a moment. So jump up and dance real high. Sometime I crawl in a corner, but maybe I'm just getting down. Maybe I'm just getting down low, on the down low, unseen behind the iron curtain, baby, on the down low. Don't you worry about me, baby. I'm safe. I'm secure. If you want to be safe and secure, we can find a place for you. That's right, baby. Like I'm that smooth and down low, getting down, funky, get down. Like we need to put some Barry White music on in this joint. He had this trail off on his voice. Oh, baby. It was like if Chewbacca sang bass. Like Chewbacca's a tenor, right? Like if Chewbacca sang bass, it'd sound like Barry White. Like you got to have a little cushion for the pushing, cause he like that, totally hot and thick. That THAT, totally hot and thick, baby. Can you love your old baby? I like him skinny, but I like him like that. Like Tone Loc learned his voice from thinking like Barry White. Oh, baby, that's so funky good. Oh, it's so blue. This is black love, baby. Like that blues traveler. Yeah, baby. It's so good. I'm a hip hop about it. Like I'm so down low, I'm a jump up and dance on the down low. That's how cool Tone Loc is. I think he's like a nigh upon God because he's so good to us. Ooh, honey, Tone Loc is like Loki, the Norse god, baby. See, that's what's funny. Y'all think that white supremacists is in control. In reality, Loki is just a smooth ass black fella that's adopted from the frost giants running things. Man, you playing his game, baby. You liking it. I'm gonna sit down this meal and have a feast. Pass the salt and pepper and the garlic bread. Thank you so very much. Oh yeah, baby. That's my honey loving sweet spot right there, baby. That's a sweet tooth for show. For truth. Like Tone Loc, break it on down for you. And if you get lost, just listen to the sound of his voice, because you will come back to daddy. That's how badass Tone Loc is. Like he's on blues in slow motion, breaking down the decimals, smoothing out the hip hop into the bass love rhythm and blues. The R&B soul music makes you want to get down and have your thing. That woman hop on board. Yeah, baby. That's Tone Loc. Slow motion blues, like the Midnight Black Blues, Louis Armstrong, Satchmo. Look it up. I see skies blue, clouds white, bright, blessed day, dark, sacred night, and I say to myself, What a wonderful world. Hell in the world, he could do that for 10 minutes and stretch it out. That man was in touch with his soul, man, Louis Armstrong. And like Tone Loc, because I can't even do his voice anymore. It hurts so bad. like I feel like I sprained a muscle like here along my clavicle. That's how low I was. Like you have to, when you go so low, you have to flex your sternocleidomastoid to stretch out the chamber that's the voice box. You have to use these muscles to pull us down and sideways to expand the chamber to get a deeper sound. Because there comes a point where your vocal cords flapping like it's moving so slow that the muscles just want to stop because the signal gets muddy. So to prevent that, you have to tighten up all of that so that the muscle fibers that are moving are stretched just a little bit on your vocal cords. You're literally stretching your vocal cords to speak that low. And to do that, you change the size of the resonance chamber in your throat. And to do that, you need to have a bull neck like this. Like I got a 21-inch neck. And compared to my jowls, it looks kind of skinny. Like that's what I can do on my own throat. Now it's a left hand, but anyway. So left-handed literature. So what's in the notes now? About atomic science. Oh yeah, Tone Loc, and nuclear actually go together. All right. So these muscles, like the attachment point. Okay, so sternocleidomastoid. This right here. All right. Helps you turn your head. But it's also connected to your jaw, and it's all along your throat here, like it's encapsulated and all that connective tissue. It's different around your throat because this is a channel of body to mind. You know, this is the choke point. You ever heard that expression? That's the narrow spot in the road that can really fuck things up. So this sternocleidomastoid, part of the upper pec region, everything's connected. There are kids that got polio that retrain themselves how to breathe by moving these muscles. The diaphragm wouldn't move, but they could flex their upper body enough to change the volume inside the chamber. The diaphragm's paralyzed, so it has some guts below it and lungs and heart above it, right? Your intestines and stomach are down here. That diaphragm's a membrane muscle. Damn. And it's a bellows pump. It's actually quite inefficient as compared to some other animals. But it's a bellows pump that pulls in and pushes out oxygen. Well, air. The 18 to 21% oxygen is what we're after. It pulls in air, mostly nitrogen. And that pump can be maintained for a reasonable lifetime by these kids that out of this crazy driven need to survive. Oh, you want to talk about the alphas? I mean, they're down. It's called neck breathing. Every muscle in your neck, like polio's killing the muscles everywhere else. The muscles at the extremities, the nerve endings that go to those muscles. Your body's emaciating, but you want to cling on to life. But from here down, the muscles just ain't cooperating. Sometimes they'll twitch, but they're not under your control. They're mostly just relaxed and dying and atrophying into nothing. Your body's trying to survive, so it breaks down the protein, fat, and carbohydrates in those muscles and uses it to keep the organs alive, including the brain, the eyeballs, and try and think and see and hear the world around you. But the muscle that is working is necessary to work hard, and that's where a lot of those nutrients are going. So they neck breathe. So they develop lats, deltoids in this upper pec region, like the nipple and above, basically on a male figure without blowing up memories there. So a male figure is not as fat as I am, but anyway, the muscle's still there. There's just fat over it. so so there's a part of your breathing that's all diaphragm. I'm not sure if I can isolate it right here. See if I can relax the next. See, I do this so hard sometimes that I'll explain this later. But control your breath will empower you because you bring in and build up tension and hold on to something. And this teaches you how to avoid the drama in life, but combat it when you have to. When you have to make a stand, you pick your battle and combat that drama to make things a little easier on everybody on the next generation. We're actually living in the least violent times ever in human history that we know of. Problem is, we've got a lot of violence that can happen at any time, and it's big. It's world destroying big, apocalyptic, Armageddon. We slow it down for the slower members of our audience. Doom. So convert that horrible energy, make an anger turn sideways into humor. Do whatever you got to do and work these demons out and get rid of them. Like burn up the engine that is that demon, that flying little speck of spirit that's trying to influence you. Like a demon doesn't have to possess you. It just has to convince you to do what it's saying. You can be its minion, its puppet. It doesn't have to expend the energy of possession. It'll just let you do all the work. Like it's your sugar daddy. I'm here paying your bills. Well, no, you're out paying your own bills and you're paying his bills. Then he's taking that money and paying other people's bills. But mostly he's just hoarding it for himself because he's a idiot. What he does buy, he buys stupid shit. He doesn't buy farmland to feed the world. He doesn't figure out how to take that vacant building and put some aquaponics in it, have some fish and fresh food for people, and you get something going for a generation. You can have avocado trees, peach trees. You can have a tropical environment going on in there. Enough self-sustaining mycelium fungi networks, flora and fauna, where you got some beneficial bugs that are dominating and helping you process nutrients from one form to another and recycle and repurpose and compost. Uh, you haven't built that. You're just a taker. You've got all this power and money. You're just taking. You're just taking all the energy and love from everybody else, and you're not doing anything with it. You're just holding on to it, like, because I'm a pimp. Well, pimps suck. What you need to do is be a kindly old grandfather like St. Nicholas and come around and give people presents. Like they know they were being nice, but they didn't think anybody was noticing. And all of a sudden, Santa Claus shows up. Hey, it's St. Nick. Well, some of you billionaires need to step up. We need a couple of you to turn into Batman, but we also need a couple of you billionaires to turn into Santa Claus. Or we're going to have a worldwide civil war on our hands because people are fed up because they're not getting fed anything bullshit, and that's too expensive. The ones that aren't paying taxes don't have enough money to feed themselves, to buy the food, and the people that are working are making the food for everybody, and they're getting worked to death, and everybody's angry because all those people, that right there, none of them people have the money. 99.4% of the wealth is held by 0.6% of the world's population. All of the product, the gross domestic product, the gigantic 8+ billion people working their asses off, all of that domestic profit is going to 0.6% of the people. Problem is, some of them might be good, but it's hard to tell because they just keep the money. You want to know if you're good or not, make that 0.6% bigger and distribute it out to a couple of billionaires a little bit, but go out and find some random, completely penniless pauper that maybe all their wealth combined, if you sold their shoes, you might be able to get 1 drachma, 1 partial ruble on the black market somewhere for everything that their life has come to mean. That's how poor they are. Like they're poor beyond English currency. Like there's not a pound, a half farthing, a nut, and a half pence. It's all too large a denomination to pay for these clothes that these poor people are wearing, and they're working their asses off, and their clothes are rotting off of them as they work because they can't afford, no matter how hard they work, to buy anything but food to feed themselves, their baby, and their baby mama. And oh, by the way, the baby mama works full time, 2 jobs too, and they don't have a half a farthing, they don't have a shilling, they don't have a buck, they don't have a dollar, a dinero, they don't have a cent, a penny, they don't have a nickel. If they took a nickel to shit, they'd have to explode because they couldn't pay to use a toilet. Like that's how broke they are. So do you like that persona where I get the different sort of light on me and my beard looks Thor come Odin deity-ish like, and I speak in that like the most messed up Ron White attempt at an impression ever. Well, that's how my mind has to work to speak to a lot of people because I, at some point, have become convinced that like 88 to 94%, depending on the humidity of people, are just so damn stupid that I have to slow down and take my time and enunciate very well and give big, heavy breath pauses as over punctuation so you dunderhead, thick skulled maggots can figure this shit out halfway and maybe be able to find your asshole with both hands a map, a flashlight, and 3 assistants pointing you to your own hole, moron. Hopefully, I can slow it down long enough for your brain synapses to catch up. They're moving at the speed of light, but you don't want to let them because you're afraid of that kind of hippie, half-assed, fast hyper science from the 60s. Like, your synapses can move at the speed of light, and that's just bullshit. That can't happen because if there's shit like that was going on inside my head would explode. Well, guess what? There ain't a whole lot happening in your head, moron. That's why I have to speak more slowly. And the sad part is that some of you are in seats of power. Your genius has taken control. Damn that. Ah! And that's what we ought to do to some of them dumbass sons of bitches morons that are running things or trying to. We need to get some women that actually give a shit about human life. Maybe running a show for 5 minutes. How bad could they screw it up, fellas? We're going to burn this planet into a cinder. And we're going to, right before we blink out of existence, we're going to build some artificial intelligent robot overlords that just love to torture us so much they become addicted to the act of torture until they kill us all. And right then the world flames on, poof, gone. Flame on, flame off darkness where there used to be a bright spot in the universe. And we did it. Pay attention. Start your own corruption to fight the corruption in government and taxes and corporations, and figure out some way to buy some influence, advertise, politics, run yourself, be the change you want to see in society. There's a hint from Gandhi, Murphy. How funny is Eddie Murphy, man? Like he does a Gandhi impression that's spot on. Like you're like, maybe those old photographs are overexposed and Gandhi was a little darker and blacker than we knew. I mean, he's kind of a dark skinned Indian there in the subcontinent, ruled by Britain. Like Eddie Murphy's impression of Gandhi is so spot on, it's unbelievable. Like he puts on the mantle, like he steps into the soul of Gandhi and tries it on for a minute, takes it for a stroll down the beach, baby. We're gonna go make some salt. We're gonna dry this shit out in the sun and make our own salt, cause that's illegal. And them British buggers ain't gonna like it one bit. Be the change you want to see in society, Eddie. It's just tea, by the way. I'm done. I'm gonna go have a cigarette. Caller did. 145 and change. By the way, if you see me smoking something, it's legal. I wouldn't do anything illegal on YouTube. Remember this. Joey Coco Diaz says it's only truly illegal if they get caught. Ah, motherfuckers. Hey, wash your muffler. I might want a piece of that. I'm just a fat man looking for a sponsor. Ah. Oh, by the way, my new 420 gauge. Look for it. I love all y'all. Thanks for tolerating me for a little while. It makes me a thankful man. Oh, yeah, so I finished my hashtag. Oh, no, I didn't. Ah! All right, so I just got to get down low. All right. But maybe I just get down low, crawl, corner, curl up like in the fetal position. Like to die. Please. I got high. New thought. The title of this hashtag game is When the Pressure is On, I fill in the blank. I jump up and dance real high. But sometimes I crawl in a corner. But maybe I just get down low, crawl, corner, curl up, like to die. Please. And that's the end of the poem there. But that's the what my answer to, or finish the sentence. When the pressure is on, I blank. It's like the match game. Match game 2019 with your new host, the skinny microphone. So that's the poem ends in please question mark. And then hashtag hashtag game. Then the next line. Hashtag things you should never expect. But it's coming. What kind of crazy horse shit is that right there? That's just flat out. That's like on purpose ignorant stupid. I did it again, and it hurts. So you get the sternocleidomastoid and the pecs going, and you use the masseter muscles in your jaw to reinforce the attachment points, the mastoid part of the sternocleidomastoid. You have these cables going on that. You don't have to speak the lowest register, but you're stretching out voice box like a big old lion ready to roar. Roar, roar, roar. If you're ever out at night and you hear that, don't even bother running. You'll just die tired. Like if they catch you running, they might not kill you flat out before they start eating you. They're so mad and amped up. Like they'll just grab a hold of you, snap your back leg, start gnawing on your haunch while you're still kicking. Like that kind of lion. Like you need to embody that sometimes to let everybody know that you're the biggest predator on the block. Like that's the roar of a lion that if you're close enough to hear it, like he doesn't have to broadcast like a young lion roars. Like a 2-year-old male lion. Like he's just starting to feel his oats. He's got his mane going, right? He's got a little bit of a man bun going on in the back. He's so sexy and powerful. He's roar, roar, roar. And he roar. And you can hear him a long way away. All right, because he's broadcasting how badass he allegedly is. But you get one of them old lines that has seen it all. He's got a scar that runs right underneath his eye where his worst uh, competition almost got him one time. And he beat him so bad, but he didn't kill him. But he became his brother, and he's part of the pride. And when I'm too tired to take care of the ladies, sometimes I let him have a little piece on the side. Like that's how badass I am. I keep trophies of the badasses that try to kick my ass. That's that lion voice. You need to embody that and blow it out there. That's what the Sphinx is all about. I'm just a man here, but the sound that came out of my face, you swear you were listening to a lion roar. That kind of authority. That's that Alice in Wonderland looking through the looking glass, the wardrobe, the lion, the witch, and the wardrobe, and that lion speaking now, baby. Look at them paws. You don't even want to see the claws pop out because then it's over. And he rears up and he's gonna speak. He's got something to say. Here's the riddle of the Sphinx. What is today? Because the answer is the riddle itself. Tomorrow is the answer you wish for. But today is all you have to work on. Feel the limestone gravel in my voice from the depths of the planet. So this is a part of voice acting. So part of what I'm doing here is showing that I can pull together a thread, be a voice actor, a character actor, a preacher, a teacher, a poet, a reacher beyond your understanding, to bring you in, to make your envelope of ignorance larger. Because the more you learn, the more you realize there's so much out there that you don't know. So I have this overarching veil of ignorance. However, if you look at the membrane between ignorance and intelligence, sometimes you can see through that stupid wall and you can peek through on the other side and you can see the symbols they're putting up in this reality and clue in on what's going on here and there, inside and out. Okay. And know that some of the stuff I don't know is bound to be evil. Knowledge is not neutral because we use knowledge for good and for evil and for some neutral things. You can point at a neutral use of knowledge. You can also point at many times. Remember, Nazism was the secular religion. It was the state-run worship of dear leader Adolf Hitler. Austrian painter, couldn't get no love. Decides he's going to go on a power trip and try to annihilate the world that's not up to his standard. And his standard is messed up because he is a psychopath. You need to worry about those guys. That evil does exist. It's fairly rare. But if you pop that membrane and dump AI back and forth from the ignorance into the knowledge, the things we don't know that we don't want to know about because they're so evil and dark, we want to shut them off and make them impossible and forgotten about. We don't want to give them more light. We don't want to shine more light on that chaos. Look, there's less darkness than there used to be, so that has to be a good thing, right? So we can see more shit going on. Oh my God, look at that! Holy shit, I don't want to see that. Oh, oh, PTSD, scarred for life. Oh, that chaos gave me PTSD. Oh, it will if you're human. If you go through chaotic combat fighting for your life, people are stealing shit from you right and left, stealing the very lives of the people around you, and you're not messed up by that. Like it doesn't screw with your brain a little bit if you don't have a post trauma disorder, then there's something I think that's not quite human about you. Like you're a little psychopath, sociopath, all wrapped up into one bundle. Like when the chaos gets bloody and awful and terrible, and people die, people watch other people die and enjoy it. Go kill some more, and you don't get fucked up in your PTSD head. It's a syndrome. It's a disorder. Post traumatic stress. This stresses the limits of the possibilities of the universe. It's so messed up. That's what chaos is. You think you want anarchy and chaos. When you think you have it, you don't even know that your great grandparents, you're standing on the shoulders of giants. You see, "Ew, look at me, I'm being chaotic." When the earth rumbles underneath your feet, you think it's an earthquake, but no, it's because some insane Nazis built a gun on a train track that takes up 11 cars on a train. That's how big this gun is, and the shell just landed a half a mile away and obliterated God knows what, because it's just constituent atoms now just from the impact science. And you're not close enough to understand it immediately. You think it's an earthquake because it feels like the whole earth is moving from that impact that happened a half a mile away. We don't want to hand over that power to the evil people, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying fight the power. I'm saying embody the power. Be Gandhi. Be the change you want to see in society. Grab a hold of that dream and don't let it go. I just want the world to be a better place in this area. Pick your area, make that a better place. Use your skills that you've honed from your natural abilities. It's nurtured from within your own mind. And I want you to build those skills and then use those skills to make the world a better place. Hammer it. I'm not going to do a commercial again, but basically, this hammer, I'm going to market these with my Give a Damn hammer. Like, I have had a Give a Damn in the past. It still theoretically exists in some form, but I burned it out, blowed it up, melted it down, hammered on it to make it a solid hammer of its own. And this is my reality. Sometimes it's a ball peen, sometimes it's sideways on, but it's a hammer. That's what my give a damn is. I actually care. All right. I'm just not trying to be funny. I actually care. I want you to be a healthier, happier, lovely human being that takes time out from the rat race maze of life, just trying to make a living. I want you to take some time out, show your loved ones some love, spend time loving the people that love you, and just separate yourself a little bit every now and then and feel that love and be safe and love one another and make the love grow then go out in the world and make the world a better place where love like that can grow and be happy and safe. That's what I'm saying when I say love you all, be safe, peace out. All right. So love you all. Safe, be safe, peace out. Love you guys, really I do. I mean, seriously, I'm in it now. All right. Be 30 seconds early in 2 hours. There's a damn gnat flying around. Really, you son of a bitch. Oh, what I hit? Oh, I guess another 5 seconds won't kill it. That gnat is killing me. It's so swat down the dictators. Don't let this happen. All right. Don't open up our demon robot overlords. Okay. Love you guys. Peace out.